What's up, guys? It's your boy, I'm Captain Sam. We back again with another video.
When I walk in, I'm all good. I see all these people and they acting like they hood. Nah, nah. Please don't act just like you hood. Nah, nah. Cause if you try, I must believe. We gon' slide, we gon' slide, we gon' slide on them. Shoot up till my fingers get tired of them. It's true, you gotta pluck the weeds and let it shine on can. I hope the Lord forgive me now before I die from sin. I hope my whole team keep on winning, they gon' make it now. You know they had to keep it solid, they can't fake it now. And when you thought you had to stand it, we gon' take it down. We going crazy, yeah, we about to go ape shit now.
I know I've been away a long time. I know I haven't been out here putting out these videos that I need to be putting out. I just got back, 2 days ago? 2 days ago is when I just got back. I was able to actually go ahead and get out into the woods these past, I think 2 of the past 3 days that I've been home. I saw a big buck and I missed him, but he didn't give me a good shot. I'm gonna be honest with you. I shot it wasn't a great shot. It wasn't even a shot I probably would have taken had I not shot a buck in a while. Shot at a buck in a while, or if it had been cooped up this whole hunting season. But I saw a couple bucks. I jumped a buck and ran to my brother, and he wasn't able to actually knock him down. He tried to knock the safety off that AR-15 shotgun that we have, and he I can see it, knocked it off all the way. He pulled the trigger, nothing happened. So that's what you get when you're working with a new gun that you never used before. He had some issues prior to on another video, and he was actually able to get that fixed up and get that right. So hopefully he can get something with that AR shotgun. I want to see him do it this year. But yeah, moving forward, I think right now I had a video that I was gonna post, but then I thought I had saved the footage of me shooting at that buck, but I didn't. It was intense. I kind of walked past him, and he had got up behind me. By the time I saw him, it was raining. It was bad. It was raining Monday, and by the time I saw him, he was 50 yards, 50, 60 yards running through the woods, and I just shot at him. I only had one shot, so I got that done, and I thought I saved it, but I didn't. So I went to go edit the video, and it wasn't there. So that's what happens when you don't check to see if you saved videos and you're not prepared. I went out today with FRBOutdoors. We weren't able to see anything. We did a lot of good scouting. I think I might go out tomorrow by myself and see if I can make some shape. See if I can jump a deer or two. Hopefully a big buck. We're hunting this new piece of land that we think is very promising, and so ready to get into that. But the reason you're watching this video is I'm gonna do a story time. If you want to hear about how I killed my biggest buck so far, stay tuned. If not, you could just leave this video. But we're looking at, like I said before, we're looking to upgrade our content and stuff like that. And I'm gonna start doing more story time so you guys get to know us. We don't want to just post a whole bunch of kills because I mean we can post a whole bunch of kills. We can get that on video. Our hunt club has done pretty decent this year. They've been jumping a lot of bucks. They've been jumping a lot of deer. And we're actually sitting on a lot of videos, but we want to make sure that we do it right. We encompass the whole hunt, and we're not just putting out kill shots. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about my biggest buck. So let's go. Nah, this is my biggest buck though. This is one of the bucks that I killed in a tree stand. It was my first time actually in a tree stand still hunting. Because I haven't been able to do that. I have school and stuff like that, and where we hunt at is about an hour and a half away. I was in a tree stand early morning. Well, actually, a funny story. So before this weekend, the previous weekend before I shot this buck, I was dropped off. It was the last weekend of bow season. Ruts happening, all that stuff's going on. So I got all the gear. I got the doe extra spray. I got the buck run. I don't have rattlers, but I'm out there with those two, trying to make something shake. And I get out there and I can't find the tree stand that I was trying to find. I didn't do pre-scouting, couldn't find the tree stand. So I was like, I just sat down somewhere, and then finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get up and go to the tree stand where I know where this tree stand's at. And I ended up getting up and going over here to this. It's basically a huge cutover that had been cut over probably about 5 years prior, and so it's grown up. And I get into this tree stand, and as I'm getting in the tree stand, halfway up, I turn around, and probably about 30-40 yards, he was sitting there. He was sitting there in the shrubbery, and because he was so tall, I couldn't see him. Huge 6-pointer, probably the biggest 6-pointer I've ever seen, started bounding away from me. and there's nothing I can do. Bow's on the ground, I'm halfway up the tree, and I'm sucking, and this is in the morning. So I decided the next weekend, it's an open day of dog season. I say I'm gonna go out there, get in that tree stand early in the morning, and see what happens. I get in there, I'm calling, I'm spraying the extra spray, and here comes this guy walking up. It would have been super pretty. I had the GoPro with me. My brother gave me a dead GoPro, and he expected me to charge it with the portable charger. Like, you can't give me a dead GoPro and expect me to charge it. So I go ahead and do that. I charged, I didn't charge it. And so it was just a dead GoPro. I didn't have anything on me. And here comes this guy. I'm grunting like crazy because I'm getting impatient. Here comes this guy coming in, and put the shotgun on him and dropped him. He would have been a pretty 3.5, 4.5-year-old deer. He probably would have been a monster by 4.5. This is a 1.5-year-old deer, guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at him. He's all of a great 8-pointer coming off a 1.5-year-old deer. You know what I'm saying? No mass just yet, and he would have been a monster. But obviously, I was a young gun. Didn't let him grow. And it's not always about killing the monster bucks. Monster bucks, killing monster bucks is a great thing, but it's also about just, you know, hunting. This is my first experience, you know, actually killing deer out of the stand. And so I was just excited to get a deer. But my next deer I take out of a stand is definitely going to be with a bow, unless it's a monster. Unless it's a monster, I'm probably going to be shooting my next couple deer with a bow. But this is the genetics that we have down where we hunt at, Caroline County. And now I'm starting to hunt down here in Williamsburg. And so, they have some good genes. See, I think Virginia has a lot of good genes. I think that we need to, as we progress in this game, people will start respecting Virginia a little bit more. I know that people are trying to get rid of dog hunting. It's not going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Because I love it. I think a lot of people here on this channel love it. And I want to see it grow. I want to see it blossom. I want to see it, you know, hopefully, it probably won't, but hopefully, you know, we can gain some respect from others and within the hunting community, because I think that is horrible that you bash people for different types of hunting. I mean, if it's legal, it's legal. Let them do it. I mean, obviously, it's been a tradition. Obviously, it's been done before, and it's something that holds you know, true and dear to that region. So, without further ado, let's get into my actual biggest buck. Yes, sir. This is my guy right here. I can't really, I guess I should back up. This is Rack right here. He's not huge, you know. He's not the biggest in the family, you know. He's probably a 100-inch deer. Maybe a 100-inch deer. Hey, he's a 100-inch deer. I give him. He's a 100-inch deer. He's honestly probably not that old. He's probably 2.5, 3.5. Funny thing about this buck is it's not just my buck. I would say it's just my buck, but the other two that shot at it would say it's theirs too. But I was the only person that found my pellets in there. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is my nice buck. Look at his face there. Look at his whiskers. He's not that old. I'm gonna give you guys a panoramic view of him. I just want to talk about how this came about. This buck right here was a complete surprise. I'm gonna be honest with you. So what happened was, I had just killed a doe. We had just finished the hunt. We had just basically finished for the day, and I had killed a doe that evening. I'll put a picture of it right now. I killed that doe. Then I'm probably holding it like by its neck or whatever, you know. Whatever, it's dead. You know what I'm saying? I shot her in the neck with that Remington 1100 #1s. Put her down real quick. Sorry about that, guys. My gimbal just died on me. But what was I saying? Oh, funny thing about that is, what happened was, I literally had just finished the hunt, killed a doe that day, put him down with the #1s, and my brother and my boy Caleb, we had just dropped my boy Josh off, my cousin Josh off. We were like, you know, my brother, it was his last couple days there, and I was like, we got to get this man a buck. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep going. The hunting club was done, but we were like, we got to go. We got a couple more spots where we can go see if we can jump some deer. And we had been hitting the spot every day. I'm gonna be honest with you. We had been hitting the spot every day, trying to get him something, trying to get him a buck. Not just something, but a buck. And so we walked down there. It's his old house. It's his property. My grandma's husband, he owns this property. And it's a house, but behind it has a couple fields. And the fields had this time, it doesn't happen anymore, but at this time had grown up grass where these deer like to lay. The grass was probably chest high. You know what I'm saying? And they loved to lay in there. The first time we went over there early in the season, we jumped 2 does. Jumped a doe and a small buck. And so this time, you know, we went there the prior day, no success. And we go there and we're like, maybe we'll get some, maybe we won't. And I'm like in front, trying to basically jump the deer for them. I'm walking a little bit ahead on this edge, so that if I can, if they jump up, they'll curl and they'll run towards them, and my brother will get a shot. And so there's this point where you walk and you get over this hill, because it's all grass, but it's a hill, and then it drops down. Where it drops down is where the deer like to lay. And you get to a point where you get over the hill and nothing jumps up. You're like, oh, okay, nothing's there. And me, I think if I hadn't done this, we wouldn't have got this buck. But I was like, we got over the hill and everybody was like, oh, well, there's nothing there. We thought we could see through the grass and see everything that was happening. And we were like, oh, nothing's there. And so as we're, as we look at it and we're disappointed, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep walking because we might as well just finish it out. And I keep walking, and I probably take 5-6 more steps, and this buck rises from the grass like it was never there. He rises from the grass, and that goes to show you right there. He rose knowing we were there. It was 3 people. He knew he was messed up. He was probably sleeping. He knew he was messed up, and there was no way to get out of it. And a lot of times that's what these bucks will do. They do it to the dogs, and they do it to humans all the time, where you just walk right past them. That's what happened this past time. I walked right past him, and he waited 2 hours behind him to get up. But this time I got too close. You know what I'm saying? I kept pushing forward, and he was just gonna let us look over and leave, and he was gonna stay his butt right there. And but I kept walking. I got too close to him, and at this point I had my gun on my shoulder, so I had it like this. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good way to you know, get a shot off. And mind, when you were in this little field, like I'm talking about a half-acre field, the deer rises from the ashes, and I'm like, big buck, and they're struggling to get their guns up. And I'm over here like this with the gun, like that's probably the worst position to get a shot off first. And I get the gun over, put it on him, pull the trigger, and by this time I'm shooting towards his back end, because he's kind of going away from me, but across them. So I'm shooting at his butt, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Trying to drop him, trying to slow him down so that my brothers can have a good shot on him and put him down. It's a big buck. We want to get him down. We'll clean the meat up later. We probably shot 12 times. I mean, it probably sounded like fireworks going off. Boom, 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 boom. Them boys can't shoot, obviously. I was shooting at his butt. I didn't really have no good shot. So, obviously, my shots ain't going to, you know, be the kill shots initially. And so we're shooting boom, 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 boom. We're shooting 12 shots. 12 shots, I think we counted. And we go over there, and me, these boys can't shoot. We go over there, and so what happens is after we're done shooting, basically most of us ran out of shells. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's this fence that's on the backside of the field, and he couldn't jump over it because I tore his back legs up. So he was just standing on his front legs, because by the time he got to that point, it had hit him that, you know, his legs were messed up. He couldn't jump over it, and so he was standing his back legs. So we reloaded. Went over there and put him down, and then we all claimed it as our bucks, and I allowed my brother to claim it as his buck, and he went ahead and mounted it. I probably wouldn't have mounted it if I had just killed it myself, or if I had just shot it myself. But when we went to go skin it, you know, the only pellets that were found were mine, and the only reason we know it was mine is because I'm shooting copper-plated pellets, and that's the only pellets that we found, you know, in them. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know I hit him. I know that and the reason why he couldn't jump over is because of his butt. You know, they weren't shooting at his butt, I was. And so it makes sense that, you know, I claim the deer. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I think I claim the deer. But yeah, man, that's the story of this buck, man. This buck, it's crazy. It's a crazy experience. Probably first time I've jumped second time I've jumped a buck and knocked him down. It's hard, man. It's hard, especially when, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm somebody who these past like 3 years, the only opportunities I've been able to shoot at bucks is opportunities that I've created for myself. in terms of I've jumped them myself, and they've never been great shots. The biggest bucks that I've shot at have been the ones that I've jumped. And people think that, you know, deer hunting with dogs is easy. It's not. You're not guaranteed a shot at all. You're not guaranteed a shot whatsoever. Nobody, you know, there's no stand that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? There's no pattern that they follow. You know what I'm saying? You can think you have a woods blocked off as good as you can, and that buck will find who can't shoot and slip out right there. And then, you know what I'm saying, you won't ever get a chance. I think every buck that I've shot at run behind dogs I've killed, but every buck that I've hit. I think one of them I found my pellets in them. Later, dude had finished them off. He was literally dragging himself across the field. But you know, these other opportunities, I'm shooting at deer that are running away from me. I'm shooting at deer that are, you know, my gun jam. I think the biggest buck of my life, picket fence buck, gun jam. And I sat there and screamed for about 2-3 minutes like a little girl because my gun had jammed with these Dixie Tri-Balls, which is 60 caliber pellet, basically 60 caliber buckshot, 360 caliber buckshot, and it's 3.5 inch. It's 3.25 inch instead of 3 inch, and I was shooting out of a 3-inch gun, and it jammed. And when I went to go pull the trigger, I had a 25-yard broadside shot. It didn't go off. And it's probably the biggest buck of my life. And the guy said it was a 12-pointer back there that he's been trying to kill, and I'm pretty sure it was that buck. So that's how it's been going for me. You know what I'm saying? They're either 70, 80 yards when they get up. They're either running away, and all I can see is their butt, or you know what I'm saying? It's never been a good situation. So this type of hunting is very hard. This type of hunting is very demanding. You gotta walk a lot. You gotta look a lot. Gotta you know, pay attention. That's all hunting, but you know, I love it. You know what I'm saying? This is the type of hunting that I love to do, and hopefully I can get another buck down. All of FRB has killed a buck this year except for FRBOutdoors Outdoors and myself. My cousin that killed a buck. My brother killed a buck. FRBOutdoors killed 2 bucks. My dad killed 2 bucks. So you know, they're on a roll. You know what I'm saying? I just got to go ahead and get mine in. Hopefully this can be a season for our whole family to knock down some deer. It seemed like a good season for everybody. I've been watching the Facebook pages and YouTube videos, and these guys are killing it, man. So if you guys want more videos like this, you know, talking about my experiences, talking about these deer that I'm killing, these deer that my friends are killing, you want to hear their stories, go ahead, like and subscribe down below. I appreciate all the love you guys give me. I appreciate all the views you guys give me. I appreciate everything that you guys, you know, the time that you put into me, because I put time in these videos for you guys, and I love to share my stories. You know what I'm saying? I love to share my experiences, and that's why we started videotaping. But y'all just stay tuned for the new FRB. I think it's gonna be a different level. I think we're gonna try to raise the bar a little bit. We'll see. We're gonna try to create some better footage. It's hard to get clarity when it's so fast paced and you're hunting deer with dogs and you're jumping deer and they're, you know, going 1,000,000 miles an hour. But we're gonna try to do a better job with it and show you guys, because I know you guys love to see that content. But like I said, go ahead, hit the notification bell. Make sure that you're notifying. You get notified for every post that I post, and every video that comes out. Yeah, stay tuned, guys. We better bring you guys some juice all season. It's all 2020, all 2021. We're gonna bring you guys some juice. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. It's your boy, I'm Captain Sam, and I just brought y'all some juice. Peace.